Good morning and welcome to Bed Talk number 23. Can you believe it? My friend and fellow speaker Dave Rendall conceived this idea over a month ago. The speakers who can't be on stage, for example, to deliver a TED Talk, can instead share a thought, a message, maybe a new perspective from bed, since we're all sheltering or staying at home. The idea is to share a thought that helps us navigate these times differently, and I'd say really all times. I've also followed Dave's lead about t-shirts. Putting on a different shirt every day, not just because it's clean, because it has thoughts and memories and stories. Love this one of my favorites. Just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. Hamilton. I got this shirt when I saw Hamilton in New York City a couple of years ago, and looking forward to when Broadway opens up again, not only in New York, but in my hometown of Tampa. So my thought today is about gratitude and muscles. Gratitude and muscles, not the food, but the muscle of gratitude. They say that it takes about 30 days to create a new habit. Pretty much all of us have been in a shelter-at-home mode for pretty close to a month. If not, we've been dealing with restaurant and bar closings, store closings, school closings, all those things for roughly a month. My question is, how is your gratitude habit and gratitude muscle doing? Now, some people talk about doing journals and writing things down, and that's great. But to me, gratitude is pretty simple. And it comes down to this. I focus on what I have versus what I don't have. That's it. Because when I'm thinking about what I don't have, I can be wanting of it, I can be attached to it, I can be drawn to it, I can miss it, all those things. But when I focus on what I do have, instead of what I don't have, that's gratitude. It's really a muscle, and for me, I've got to the point is really quite natural. I don't think about gratitude other than to say it can easily list the things I'm grateful for. Now, it's interesting times because that muscle is going to get tested. Those of you who've started to get really close on that gratitude muscle, now is the time to focus, because in the next week or so, I think it's going to be easy to lose that muscle. You see, the first couple of weeks of the coronavirus was mostly, oh my God, what are we going to do? So different. And then we settled in to the next 2 weeks, which was, we had kind of adjusted, hadn't we? We knew what was open or closed. We had changed our habits. We got used to being at home, most of us, and spending a lot of time here and not going as many places as we could. So we got used to it. And hopefully you were seeing every day the things you had versus focusing on what you didn't have. I've noticed the last week, and I have this feeling the next couple of weeks, it's going to be challenging because we're getting stir crazy. And not just stir crazy for being at home, we're getting stir crazy because many of us are getting tired of the way things are. Over the weekend, I think it's very sad, and frankly, I have real issues with it. All these riots, and they call them gatherings, but they frankly turned into riots, people screaming to open up the country. I don't know. I'd like to know who figured out that they had the answer, that that's the right solution, when people still, by the thousands, are dying every day. So it's not about figuring out that, but be aware the next couple of weeks, I think our muscle of gratitude is going to get challenged. It's going to be easy to go back and focus on what we don't have. And here's what I know, and I've shared it in a prior bed talk. I only control me, and that includes how I choose to see things. I don't get to control when things open up again, whatever that means and how fast or slow. All I get to do is wake up every day with a grateful heart, if I choose it, and spend my day focused on what's in front of me that I do have versus bemoaning what I don't have or that I may not have right now. So pay attention to your gratitude habit and particularly your gratitude muscle. If it's not fully up to speed, stay in there. Focus on seeing what you've got, keep building that muscle, and watch out because we're getting uncertain here, and we're getting tired, and we're getting bored, and this is when it's easy to slip back to what we don't have. So that's my thought for today. Stay focused on what you have and just keep working on that gratitude muscle. See you tomorrow.